My name is Linda Teeling. I was in the Marine Corps. I enlisted in 1969 during the Vietnam era. I chose to go into the Marine Corps to give our men the right to go over to fight for us. I felt that it was my duty as a citizen to let the males go over there, and I stayed back. I was a cook in the Marine Corps. I cooked for the new recruits that came in right across the street at MCRD. During my tour there, during that time, I was sexually harassed in the military. I was raped. It was a bad feeling for me. I felt that I was the wrong person, but in fact, I wasn't. I dealt a lot with anger issues. I dealt a lot with guilt issues from this. I learned a lot. I stayed in for 3 years. And except for that incident, I really enjoyed the Marine Corps. My father was a career man at 37 years in the Navy. My brother was in the Air Force. So I chose to be different. I chose to be in the Marine Corps. It was a hard boot camp for me. I was considered one of the 10%, as they say, goof-offs. So instead of 8 weeks of training, I went 12 weeks of training. I chose to, there's only one female boot camp for females, and that's in Parris Island, South Carolina. I'm from San Diego, so that was a big change for me to go to Parris Island. Stayed 12 weeks there during the winter season, and then I went to cook school at Camp Lejeune. And that was one thing my dad told me not to. He was a cook in the Navy. He told me, don't be a cook. I said, okay. I put down for everything else, from motor pool to data processing, anything to keep me on the East Coast, because I wanted to be far away from my family. Where in fact, in the Marine Corps, they have the women transferred to where their families are, and the men they have transferred away from their families. So, but I enjoyed it. It was really, really enjoyable for me. I would have liked to go into the Marine Corps band. I had a scholarship after high school for the band, but at that time they didn't have females in the band. So of course I was upset about that. After I got out, about 4 or 5 years later, they accepted females in the band. If I was a female, I probably more than likely would have been a lifer, because I enjoyed music, I enjoyed the band. Marine Corps band is one of the best bands I've ever seen. Matter of fact, this past January 2nd, 11 of us here got to go to the Rose Bowl. And the very first band that kicked it off was the Marine Corps band. So,